Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso with Integral here, sharing another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're going to talk about Macintosh computers and how in the heck can you tell if your Mac is up to date. One of the challenges with Apple and Macintosh products is that many people don't know if their Mac is up to date. The challenge is that Macintosh doesn't let you know when your Mac has reached its end of life. Windows computers, it's a little bit simpler. Windows will reach its end of life usually within a 10-year span. But with Apple, there is no way that you can tell if your Mac is up to date, out of date, or if you need to do something about that Mac. It's really a challenge, but there's really a simple way that you can go and make sure that your Mac is up to date. You can go to the App Store and download Apple updates. You can also go to Apple's website to make sure that your Mac is up to date. The current operating system for Mac products is Mojave. And usually Apple does keep a update list of about 3 operating systems behind as far as updates are concerned. So if you've got Mojave, that means you've got the latest version of Mac OS. But if you've got, say, El Capitan, then your Mac is out of date and you need to do something about it. We're going to switch screens like we always do, and we're going to take a look at my iMac, and then hopefully you can kind of tell on your own Mac if you need to update it or not. Let's switch screens. Or not. There we go. Okay, so we've got a Mac, and it's running El Capitan. I'm really off of my operating systems. How could I goof that up? It's running High Sierra, which is the last version of Mac. Now, if you have High Sierra, and El Capitan, then in theory, your Mac should be still supported by Apple. But to make sure that you have one of the operating systems that I listed, let's take a look at our Apple menu. So from the Apple menu, you can just click on Apple and go about this Mac. Now, this resource will tell you wonderful and great things about your Macintosh computer. It will tell you if it's up to date. It'll tell you if it's got enough RAM. It'll even tell you if it's got enough space. So if there's any time that you need to know more information about your Mac, go to your Apple menu and check out about this Mac. Now, continuing our little story here, as I stated before, this Mac has High Sierra. And also has an i5 and 4 gigabytes of RAM, but that's not why we're here today. This tech tip is focusing on software updates. So if you click on software update, it'll let you know one of 2 things. Number one, it'll let you know that there is a current update available for your Macintosh computer. So if you can click update on your device, it'll update it and it'll take you to the latest and greatest operating system update. Now you can also go to feature, and if you go to feature on your MacBook, it'll take you to the App Store, which will let you know what the featured apps are. And one of the most important apps that you need to download would be Mojave. So this Mac is a little bit behind. It needs to be updated to Mojave, and obviously at some point I'll get around to that. Now, what's the next thing that you need to check? Well, that would be going to Apple's website to make sure that you are running the most current operating systems. And lo and behold, Apple has a whole list of items listed on their website that you can check for not only your Mac, but for all of your Apple devices. That's right. So if you go to Apple security updates or just Google that, it'll let you know the security updates that are available for your Mac. You can scroll down the list and it gives you instructions on the latest version of operating system for your iPhone and iPad. your Apple TV, your Apple Watch, and more importantly for this tip, your operating system for your Mac. So you can click on the link and it'll tell you what I've already showed you, how to update your Mac. But also if you've got earlier operating systems, you can scroll down to the list. You can click on find out which Mac OS you're using, which I've already showed you. But in this list here, which is the important, it's like that dun da 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 moment that lets you know if you need to update your Mac. So here goes. If you don't have these Macintosh operating systems running on your Mac, it's time to update. So, like I said, the most current version is Mojave. The version behind that, which I'm running on my Mac Mini, is High Sierra. There's Sierra, El Capitan, Yosemite, Mavericks, Mountain Lion. So those are listed as maybe being supported by Apple, maybe not being supported by Apple. But if you've got one of the older operating systems, such as Lion, Snow Leopard, Leopard, Cheetah, you get the picture. It's time for you to update that Mac. But just to be clear as far as what is safe, as far as what you should be running on your Mac, let's go back to the list. And you want to update to Mojave as soon as possible if you can. High Sierra and Sierra. That is as old as you want to go as far as your operating system on your Mac to make sure that you're getting the most current updates on your Macintosh product. So if you haven't updated your Mac, remember, and we'll switch screens here and do it again. Go to the Apple menu, which is in the upper left-hand corner. Go to About This Mac and get your software updates, because those software updates are important. Will keep your Mac safe and secure from all of the cyber threats out there. And yes, Macs can get viruses. So if you have comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you to find out what tech tips that you would like to see or have me featured. And speaking of videos and featured, I don't know how that runs together, but it does. Be sure to subscribe to either Integral or myself, Burton Kelso, the technology expert, YouTube channel and social media channels such as Snapchat, if you can believe it or not, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter all have tons of tips and tricks that are designed to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. So take it from me, the expert who's looking out for your best interest out there. I know that's a poor set of goggles, but that's as good as you get, folks. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.